Author Jane Porter and her two boys have lived in the affluent neighborhood of Yarrow Point for 12 years. And in her new book, Odd Mom Out, Jane writes about a fictional character named Marta who moves from New York City to the Medina area, where she finds herself lost among all the perfectly manicured, designer-wearing stay-at-home moms.
Now, hold on a second. This is a fictional story, but is it too close to home? You won't believe the response Jane's received since the book release. Hi, Jane. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, you write this book. It's fiction, all right? It's fiction. So how do the East Side moms react to this?
You know, I've had friends who even said ahead of time, I had one friend said, you know, you're going to get a reaction. And I said, but why? And she said, oh, you're pushing on buttons. And then I thought, well, we'll see what happens.
Well, because they're looking at the book going, is that me? Is she writing about me? Is that me? Is that what they're doing?
Like to talk.
That is. There's a feeling of, I've taken this, as somebody said at my book launch party, she said, you've taken our village and desecrated our village.
What?
And I said,
really?
I said, one, it's a town, we all live here, it's a story, but we have to poke fun at ourselves a little bit. This is a really cushy place to live. You know, we have to, I mean, I can't help saying it's cushy and it's fun. But we have indulgences and we have extravagances that a lot of places don't have.
Well, Yarrow Point, Medina area, the whole area is one of the richest in the country, really. But again, this is fiction, so these people aren't real people. Did they believe you when they said, no, that's not you?
I don't think they did, because I've had people saying that they want to know the real scoop. And the real scoop, to be honest, if to get it out in the public, I read a beautiful pictorial, I saw a pictorial of Angelina Jolie in Vanity Fair years ago, when she was just a mom to Maddox, and she was alone. And I thought, what if we had someone like Angelina Jolie who moved into Medina? How would the other moms react? That was the whole idea. And I thought they wouldn't necessarily love it. They would feel threatened. So women are feeling threatened. I was trying to put a little bit of that, what if we have a clash of mommy styles? But it wasn't against any local moms at all.
Now, did people get, I understand there was a discussion where some women actually got set with you at a book discussion, is that right?
Yeah, there were some people who felt like, again, I portrayed women in a negative light. And I can see that there are some women in the book who are less likable.
Right.
But I think in our world we have different kinds of styles, different kinds of confidence and energy, and I'm the first one to say that I'm a watcher. I hang back a little bit, and maybe I don't put myself out there enough, and that's actually a character flaw that Marta has as well. She's moved here without a husband. It's just her and her daughter, and she's finding it harder to fit in.
But what I love about you is that you're talking about the things that nobody will. You're finally kind of, you know.
In a fictional way.
Yes,
yeah.
but still,
But that's the thing I have to say in my novels. I do write about the things in real life I wish I could talk about. And, you know, maybe it's that thing of being raised as a good girl. You're not supposed to question the system too much. Well, I can't seem to stop questioning the system.
So in your real life, I mean, what is it like? I mean, are you like everybody else there, or are you not?
I think becoming a single mom has really made a bigger divide. And I've talked to other women who've been divorced and who were moms in the area and are now single, and it's very much a different life.
So you're kind of a maverick mom in the area?
You become a maverick mom even if you don't want to be, and so you have to find a way to kind of carry it off with a sense of bravado. All right, I'm single, and we don't get invited to all the parties, and our kids don't go to all the same activities.
Do you dress right?
I probably don't wear the designer does. I wear a lot of jeans.
Do the other women comment on that at all?
Well, once, years ago, when I was new up here, a mom said, you know, if you're at the age you should dress more appropriately.
No, she did not. You're kidding me.
But she did. But she was somebody.
That makes me want to kick and bite. Are you kidding?
But that's what I always wondered. Who made up these rules? Who made up these rules? I don't know.
So why not move? I mean, obviously people can choose different areas to live in. Why?
Well,
if it's like this neighborhood's like this, I'll move somewhere else.
Well, first of all, my kid's been raised here. My younger son was born at Overlake Hospital in Bellevue. You know, we made him at Virginia, Mason's Hospital. So for me, this is home for my children.
Yeah.
And I was raised in farm country, Central California. You know, we had tractors, no Hummers. You know, there were station wagons instead of Beamers. It was a very different place. So for me, my comfort zone isn't necessarily their comfort zone either. And so I have to realize, just because I was raised in a place where all the girls were
Future Farmers of America.
sweethearts. You know,
Right.
it was just a very different way of dressing and carrying yourself. Cowboy boots and jeans were like a fashion statement where I grew up. Obviously, cowboy boots and jeans aren't the de rigueur here.
It would make a statement. I don't know if it'd be a fashion statement.
And actually, in the book, Marta kind of stomps around in, combat boots a little bit. I didn't make him cowboy boots, but she does have a little bit of the me where I want to say I don't have to be like everybody else. No. We as women shouldn't have to be like anybody else.
So when you travel and you talk to other women, do some other women relate to you who live in similar communities or wealthy?
I've been amazed at the response. Women in like Stamford, Greenwich, Connecticut. I have women in Palo Alto, California, around Dallas, San Diego. They're saying, this is me, this is my neighborhood. And I've heard from so many women who've said they feel like the odd mom out. They keep saying, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I don't feel like I'm part of the mommy crowd. And
in fact, wasn't there a mom who actually came up to a neighborhood party and said she loved the book in your own neighborhood?
Yeah,
Talk to your son?
You know, I've had moms who are just say, oh, hooray, this is funny and it's great and identify with it. And then I've had other moms who say, you know, they identify with the characters I was poking fun of and were really offended. And that's the part where I said, I can't help who you're going to identify with. That's a choice.
But do you feel kind of guilty still?
I do. I didn't think I would, but I do, because underneath all, I'm a nice girl.
You know what I find funny about this is that they look at a character and go, oh, that character's nasty, and that's me. Well, wait a minute. Why didn't you look at the other character and think that's you?
Well, that's what I thought. Don't identify with the one that you think I'm making fun of.
You should just tell everybody, oh, no, you're the nice character. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so
much. You can wear jeans in my house anytime.